Hey guys, hope you can see me. Hey, today I'm going to do a couple videos on some holiday crafts. This one is going to be Christmas skates. Let me see if, let me try this out here, make sure that I'm live in the group. There we go. Turn it down. Alright, I just want to make sure you can see me okay. I'm going to hold this up just for a second. This is one of them, and this one is for sale, and then you can use all kinds of things, guys. This one I made for myself, and it's my favorite, so I kind of saved it for myself. But you can get all of this, all of these accessories from your dollar store, from Hobby Lobby. So I always, whenever I go down there for one thing, I always stock up, like if they have their berries on sale or something like that. These little bells I've got at the dollar store. You get 4 bells for $1. You're gonna need ribbon. I use pine cones. You can get poinsettias if you want those. But all of this, there's frosted berries. I picked up some of this stuff as well. I mean, just stock up. Twine, you're gonna need twine. I don't know if I'm going to use that moss, but your little bells can also come in these little things. And 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 for $1.50. So twice as much for 50 cents more. Hit up your Dollar General store. I do, and I am able to stock up on quite a bit. Hold on one second. I have to move this table. Still there in the middle. See if I'm in the middle. Yeah. All right. So I just want to make sure. So we're going to start out. I always start out. You know, you got to make sure your ice skate is clean. Make sure it's cleaned out. Now I'm going to shove the tongue down in because, or cut it off. You can cut it off too, because actually it's just going to get in the way. You can pull it out and pull it down if you want, but I don't know. I just found it's easier just to cut it out and throw it away. Because you're going to have greenery there anyway. So decide what side you want to. I'll probably have this as the front. It's the skate seems to lean that way. So save your string. Don't cut out your string, because you could probably add that as a hanger. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. I can tie it later on. Now the fun part is getting styrofoam and putting it down in there so you can stick all these pretty things in there. So I may have to stand up. Ugh. All right, so sometimes I just cut it in sections. And stick it in there a little bit at a time. Bear with me. It's a small area and you gotta have nimble fingers. Yoshi, oh, just a minute. And I'm gonna try and lay that down in there so I can get another piece in there. Just a minute. Oh my goodness. narrow in there, so. All right, I'm gonna leave that at the heel. I'm gonna cut another thin one and put it up into the toe because that one didn't want to slide unless I can get it to slide now. Yep, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna slide that down into the toe, and then I'm gonna cut another one, kind of eyeball it. Probably right there. So, and another one about the same size. So, it doesn't have to be perfect. And just gotta smash it in there. If it breaks, it breaks. It's okay. It's just getting in there to fit. Now, if there's a side, like there's a gap over here, I'm just filling it in with little pieces now. I kind of like slivers of them, just so you can have something to poke your greenery into, so it stays. There. All right. So now I think we're ready to start. So you kind of want to lay out what you want. I mean, I like these for the background. Sometimes you can get these just to pull out, so we'll see. No, not this time. All right, let me see if I can cut it with my knife. Cut those strings off that hold them together, if you can. And sometimes they're wrapped really well. Sometimes they are so easy to pull out, and sometimes they're not. Oh, I can't get them. All right, so bear with me. I gotta get them out of this thing here. I should have had them cut apart before I started, so sorry guys. Oh my gosh, some are good. Hang on, I'm sorry. You can fast forward this if you get tired of waiting, watching me. My knife doesn't seem to want to cut very well. Hopefully the other ones will be easier to get at. Alright, now I should be able to pull something out. I want 3 of them. Oh my gosh, are you serious? They're loose, they're more loose, but still not releasing it. Hang on. Cut more. Want the 3, so holy guacamole. Oh, boy, they just feel like they're ready to pull out. I want the length of the wire because you want them as long as you can because they're going to be in the back. So you want that length of the bottom of the wire so you have something to stick down in that styrofoam where you can still see the decorative part up above and it's not hidden. There's one. Get closer. sometimes they're wired in along with being twined in with twine wrapped around them. Oh my gosh. Sorry this is taking so long. Can't be in there very far. One more try. There. Okay, that was ridiculous. I knocked all my stuff off. But you guys, I mean, you can go and you can actually get supplies from rummage sales. Look at this. I got this at Dollar General. I probably could use these. I think I'll use the smaller ones, but I'm just showing you a box of pine cones if you don't have pine trees around your around your area. So yeah, you can find all kinds of stuff and break them down, like cut them apart, because this will go a long way. One thing, 3, 6, 9 would probably make at least three skates. So right now I'm going to add a little bit more of the styrofoam. Because I think I want a little bit more up higher into the ankle area. There. All right. So you have it stuffed in there. Okay, now you can start adding your dealy bobbers. So I like to stick these towards the back. Make sure you have the front of your thing the way you want it. And it's all it is to it basically, guys, is just kind of doing an arrangement. There's the beginning, okay? So then you're gonna want to choose, what do you want next in it? Let's see, you could do pine branches, you could do I'm actually going to I'm going to use these berries, so we can put berries in. I think I want to do these first. I also have some eucalyptus leaves and some of these. So I think I'm going to use some of these. Make sure you have wire cutters and cut them in threes. Let's cut that off. You don't want the tag in there. And you just throw these away, the end parts. So you're just adding more interest to it. I might put these in the back, since they might be a tad taller. You're just trying to fill in gaps and make it look like it's a full arrangement. Now I think I'll add some eucalyptus. You know what? I think I'll add the berries first. So that styrofoam is gonna make me sneeze. I know it is. All right, so just start putting your berries in, however you want them. In the styrofoam. You can use as many as you want, or as least as you want. Even that. Now I'm going to use 3. I might add another one. 3s are always good, but if there's a gap somewhere, I might add another one. So. Okay, so that's it so far. I'm going to add these, and then we might call that part of it good. I actually have these little things. They're spirals, kind of cool. So I'm going to cut these apart. You get your money out of all these little added your greenery and all that. Don't forget, if you're going to sell these, don't forget to save your tags and say this one was $10. So you divide it by 4. So how many ever you use in this piece, add each one up. 250, 250, 250. I might add 3, or I might add them all. So that's $10 in there. So just add up your things and make sure you're getting your money out of it. All right. So we want, there's a really tall one. Is that one tall? I think they're all the same. What's this? I usually work with something that'll hold it for me so it doesn't tip, but I think I left that downstairs. Now stick these in quite far because you don't want them to cover up the berries. So and I'm gonna get draping out like that. Now you can always move the berries around because they're wire, or they're wrapped on wire, so you can manipulate those and bend them to however you want them. All right, so now you can add pine cones into it. I think I'm gonna add another berry. I think I am. There's a little bit of a gap right in here, so I think I'm going to fill that in with another berry. It'll set back into the piece. There. You can see them. Bend them. Don't forget to bend them. Put them where you want it. You can see it better. Alright, so I think I am going to use something a little more tall, and I'll probably use these twirly things. I don't know if you can see them. They're kind of a bronze color. They're kind of pretty. Or if you're going to go with neutral colors, you can add that white. But these little things are pretty cool. Or I could cut one of these apart and put two things in the background. Kind of depends on. Probably could. Yeah. Let's do that. And then now these pulled out easy. Nice and easy. Okay. So I want them to stand up. So I don't want to bury them too far. One way and one another way. But I don't want them too tall either. There. And get the other one in. Yeah, if you can find something to put the skate, to rest the skate in while you do this, it's much easier. Alright, this one I'm going to have to cut down. Just a smidge. There. There. Okay. That's looking better. It's looking more balanced. Always, like, if you want to, hang it on the door and find out where it is not looking balanced at. So there it is so far. Now we're gonna add some pine cones, your bells, and some ribbon to it yet, and then it will be done. So you can even tack this down the ankle if you can hold it or pinch it long enough so it'll stay, and then these will come out. I'll probably do that yet. Trying to pinch it right now. I wonder if I have a clip. Let me see if I have a clip. I don't know that it's gonna, I don't know if it's strong enough. Yeah, it'll work for now. So I'm just clipping this back, and I'll probably wire cutters look good. Yes. No, wire, because I don't want to cut that stem too short. I want to keep as much stem as I can to fit all the way down into the shoe. Because if I cut them off where I couldn't pull out, they wouldn't stick up this far. So that's why I was not using the wire cutter at that time. So for those. All right. So these are going to come out a little more, and I'll glue that, I'll hot glue that piece down. So now this opens up a little bit, and I really wish I had something for it to set in. I don't. All right, so hopefully you can see it. I'm gonna use a couple pine cones in there. My knife is dull. See if I can find a place for 3 pine cones. And all I'm gonna do is maybe hot glue the base of the pine cone and stick it in there and let it rest, and it'll attach to something in there. So just so you have that little bit more added funness. All right, now I gotta use I'm gonna have to slide over here, guys. Oh, my things got loose. All right. Closer to my glue gun. So I'm just gonna hold it without cutting my legs. So I'm just holding it. Ouch. Maybe not. I want one right there. So that'll be the first one. So kind of put it around the base of it and on the bottom of that pine cone, because you don't know what it's going to grab besides my finger. And it'll just attached to something, so it'll be fine. And then just kind of look back, hold it up, and see where maybe you can put another one. So maybe I can bend this down and set one right in here. Maybe right in there on the berries. I'll hold it up once I get these done. I just kind of want a cluster, so it looks kind of like a cluster. I'm going to pull that out and lean it forward. There. And one more, maybe right in here. So. All right. We have a malfunction here. Hold on. I don't know what. Maybe it worked out. Here we go. All right. So this one. Ooh, move fast. And sometimes when you can push them in there, then that's going to push some of this foliage down, so it kind of opens it up and you can see more of the berries and such stuff like that. So now after this, after the pine cones, now I want to put on the bells and then the ribbon last. So the bells, like I said, I cut off these things, and you can even use these little decorative things too on something if you want. I think, well, I use 2 to 3 bells. I use 2 bells. Yeah, 2 bells. Some I didn't even use bells. So you can use, now I've used fishing twine, and you can tuck them up in there so you don't see, fishing string I should say. But I have twine. I couldn't find my string, so we're going to use twine. I'm going to cut it long enough so I can always cut it back. But you always want to make sure you have enough. It's better to have too much than not enough. So I think I'm going to put these on separate strings. And we're gonna put them through the eyelet of the laces. So, and then you can adjust to where you want them. I don't want them on the same string because I feel like if they have their own string that they will jingle bell separately, and it'll make a better sound. So, and then when you hang them, you want to offset them like that. You don't want them side by side. All right, so just go in there and find your, where you want them to hang. Let's see. Kind of hanging towards the toe. So, and then the ribbon kind of went to the back of that. So if I can get them in there and feed that up through, it would be awesome. This is why fishing string works better. So just get them up where you want them, and then you can tie them to adjust the length of them. Okay, so I want one longer. These are gonna come down, so I want maybe one about there. Then I want the other one close to it, but I gotta see where the first one is falling first. That one might be the longer one, this one. Yeah. The thinner the string, the better. The easier you can manipulate it, of course. Now, the leaves should cover up most of this twine, so I wouldn't worry about it showing too much, because we can always add stuff to cover that up. All right, cut the string. Okay. Here it is so far. Like I said, I actually will probably see if I have more eucalyptus leaves and actually hot glue some over that string so you can't really see it. So here it is so far. And now we are ready for the finally, there we go. For the ribbon. So we have different choices here. Plaid, it's a wide one. This has deer and a Christmas tree and a snowflake. I like the burlap look. And then we have the red, green, and white. I like the burlap look. I think we're gonna go with this one. So pull out enough, just kind of judge, kind of fake make it right now, and then you know where to cut. I am no bow maker, so I just make them plain. So probably, let's go there. All right, so now, find the center. We'll just probably hot glue it on there. So I want to tie this. I have to turn it so both bows have the design out on it. Oh my goodness, I forgot about you. Just a minute. Turn your bow. Just get your bow made. I'm just making the bow. Get it to the size that you want. If you make bows, wonderful. I am not the best bow maker, so I'm just gonna tuck it up in underneath those bells. All right. So I want to cut this back again. Yeah. No judging. I don't do ribbon the best. So that's my bow, and I'm sticking to it. All right. So now I'm just gonna hot glue it underneath right here. I'm gonna hot glue it right there. So that's gonna help hide those strings too. Get it ready where I want it. All right, right there. So I'm gonna put a dab inside and on the ribbon. Push it on there. Hi, Kim. These are fun to do. And then puff out your, make sure it's stuck down good. You can kind of wrinkle up the ends and fluff up your bow. But here we go, guys. Now, the reason I left this back here is I can make a loop, and that's how you hang it. So you can use the shoestring for it. But here it is. You can see it? There we go. So there's everything in there. And they are so much fun to use, to work with. You can make all kinds of different arrangements. Wish I had some skates. Very cool. Yes, thank you so much. Go see if Sandy has some. Sandy Knapp down at, and sometimes, I don't know, garage sales or antique stores have them. And antique stores, just junk places, you never know. Ask online, there might be some extras. But there you go, that's how you make your Christmas skate. And it's too bad that there's not ice in the fall, because you could actually make a fall arrangement. But you could go totally, you don't have to do it Christmas, you could do it all winter scene, you know, just blues and silvers and whites. Just, you can do all kinds of things. I have a fetish for the berries. Yes. I don't know, I have a gajillion sets of berries because I never want to run out. So anyway, there you go, guys. Have fun. Let me see if you make them, let me see your rendition. I'd love to see them. Or if you have any questions, reach out and holler at me. Bye, guys. I'm going to be on just 1 second with another project. So stay tuned. Bye.